you. It's fun for me.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hello.
Hello.
I hope you had a great week.
Yep.
This is a special edition of Real Talk Real Estate. That's right, Real Talk Real Estate.
Real Talk Real Estate.
Tell them why it's special.
That doesn't
Why
work
is
so
it
good.
special?
Why is it special, Chris?
Well, because it's a weekend edition, and we have a special giveaway
I'm gonna give it away.
that we're gonna give away live.
I'm gonna give it away. Give it away now.
We're gonna give it away live-ish, right on this broadcast. So,
Why did you
Right
say
here,
ish?
right now.
Why did you say ish?
well, because
Like
It's
why
an
are
ish.
you giving it away ish?
I'm not.
Okay, because that's what we're doing
Why are
today.
you calling
Yeah.
me out? Is
I
the
don't know
question.
because I don't understand why
It's-
you're giving it away ish. Ish.
Because we gotta upload it. We gotta upload
Yeah,
it. That's
upload
my
it.
vote.
Yeah, we gotta upload it.
Okay, my
This
gosh.
we have tried to make this a live broadcast, but we've had issues.
It does not work.
So we
No.
record this and then we put it up. Okay,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
that's what
now
I meant.
You know,
Shannon-
now you know your
Shannon
That's what I
curses
meant.
a lot. Like,
now you
just
know our
so-
secret.
Yeah, and if you could stop giving me ish. That'd be great.
Yeah, right. And in case you didn't know, I have the sultry voice today.
Oh, do it again.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Ooh,
Oh,
man, that's good.
It's fun
sultry.
it's fun to talk to me.
I
on the
think that
phone.
you should have a podcast just where you talk.
just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody
Just a
wants to
sultry
listen to
voice.
that.
Oh, I don't know,
beep.
Shannon. I can't
Yeah,
tell you
there's-
how many times in our lives we've been together for 23 years, right?
Yeah.
So 23 wonderful years.
Oh my God.
That we've been together.
Liar.
Pure flawless.
Yeah.
No
All marriages are.
Yeah.
All
No
marriages are
hurdles.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're
just
liar.
like the most
Yeah.
perfect marriage, you know.
Greenest grass.
written in the
everywhere.
stars.
God.
It is
Yeah.
written in the stars, though.
Yeah.
I will tell you that.
Okay, well, he's lying.
And I am more than lucky to have you. So you're more than I deserve. But I love
Okay.
you.
Anyway, back to the sultry voice in the 23
Anyway,
years of
I
whatever
would
you said.
say at least 10 times I've heard over that 23 years that you should have a voice.
They told me to get on a phone line. People have told me to get on a phone line.
Phone sex.
Yeah.
That's what,
Oh.
you know, like,
Oh.
let's just cut the
back
BS.
when that was a thing. I don't know if that's still a thing, but I
I
don't
mean,
know how
in-
we even like
in the
si-
world- in the world
within
of
3
instant
minutes,
gratification,
With 3 minutes, that's where we are.
Well,
3
that
minutes
was
on the
always
clock.
the thing. Somebody was like, you know, you have like a good phone sex voice. And,
Yeah, I wanted to do Cleo. Call me now. Like, remember Cleo?
oh, Miss Cleo.
Miss
Oh,
Cleo,
yeah.
call me now on
Yeah.
1-800 psychic this 1-800 psychic
Friends, yeah.
network. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
watched a documentary on that, by the way, and
Scam.
It was all a scam.
Yeah, you already
Yeah.
know.
It was all a scam.
Yeah.
Very
That's like the
interesting.
fraternal
I'm
order
not,
of police.
I'm not shocked by that. Yeah.
Yeah, when they're calling
But she
you-
did supposedly have a gift. They just used her voice and her like calm me down
likeness,
and
yeah.
her likeness for
Yeah.
people to call, and that's what made that Psychic Friends network a
Very
whole
memorable.
thing.
Yeah.
We all remember
Right.
it. We were like 1-800, like, and they charge you by the minute. I don't think I ever called. Did you ever call them?
No, but I do know that you've went to a psychic before.
Yeah, that was fun.
I went to a
Yeah.
psychic.
Yeah, I've done that. I've had my tarot cards read. I've had a like a medium thing. I've done a few things over the years. None of which
All right.
does anybody need to know details
Did-
on, but I have done
so-
that.
Did the psychic know that the Broncos were going to get shellacked this week?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to this psychic recently. And that was a very
Pretty
sad
safe bet though.
that
They
was
could
a
be
sad-
like,
that was a
Broncos are gonna
sad
suck
day.
next week.
I will tell you all that I have every Broncos game that happens, my mother-in-law, Chris's stepmom, Janice, and I always like text and, like touchdown and whatever. And it was very, very sad that day. I think I only got a text message 1 or 2 within the first quarter. And then she said, this is depressing. And then I got nothing else for the rest of the game. So she didn't even want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
It was
like-
hard to watch. That one, you know, even not being a diehard Broncos fan, I wouldn't wish that score on anybody. I mean, it was
No.
just like, whoa. And
They have the Salute to Service 2023 shirts out now, though.
yeah,
They're
that's
pretty
great.
tight.
Oh.
I wish they were on
Yeah.
sale.
Sweet.
They should
Yeah.
put that stuff
They'll
on
be-
sale.
They'll be on sale soon.
We were
That's
at
right, yeah.
Kohl's. We were at Kohl's this week because I was looking for a Nuggets championship shirt, and they don't have any of that at Kohl's, but they do, however, have all the Broncos gear hiding in the corner like the wall of shame. Like all of their Broncos gear is literally hidden throughout the store. No, they had Avalanche.
That's where it always is.
They had Avalanche and Rockies. They had no Nuggets.
Yeah, that's where it is. Well,
you guys must have got Nuggets
we
gear
got a
up
special
there
request,
for a Nuggets shirt.
Somebody did us a really huge favor, and they asked us, because they don't live in the state, if we could get them
a Nuggets championship.
And actually,
shirt.
he's a Broncos fan too.
He didn't want that.
And we decided we wouldn't do that to him because he actually lives in Las Vegas, and we're like, man, we're gonna sit like this guy's gonna get
he's gonna get creamed
he's
in
gonna
Vegas,
get beat up wearing this thing. In Las
Jimmy
Vegas,
G's gonna see him on the street and probably pop him on the head.
So
yeah,
but
or just laughed
note,
at.
How about those Colts who went in
Baltimore
and overtime?
Overtime, buddy.
Look at you, like you.
I did.
Going on.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard. I follow the Colts. I know what's going on.
Why do you follow the Colts?
Because somebody else shares it all the time, and I'm forced to.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like, how the Broncos do? Guess what?
Yeah.
Blah. Yeah, I have to cry in my soup while the other guys are winning.
Both of our teams have had some rough seasons, so.
Well, and I think the Broncos Colts connection is kind of funny. Like, there's like a.
They're both horses.
It's almost like a parallel universe. Yeah, it's like, well, actually, that's a good. That's a good addition to like my point here. But the Peyton Manning thing, like that was totally there was
speaking of
the
Peyton
Super
Manning,
Bowl with the Colts and the Broncos, there's a lot of that, man. It's like an interesting, dynamic.
Back to Peyton Manning. Did you see that he did an Instagram reel with Morgan Wallen to announce Morgan Wallen's 2024 tour?
I didn't.
I did. You did see that? I may have accidentally shared it to my CNR page. I didn't mean to. I thought it was on my page. I was like, "Ooh, Morgan Wallen! I'm going to register for this." Boom, boom.
No, I missed that one.
Well,
it had Eli.
It's a good one.
It had Eli in it too. So
I didn't see Eli. I got all excited about Peyton.
Eli was at the end. Eli was in the end. So
what did he say at the end? He was like, "Get your tickets. Make sure you get your tickets."
Hey, can I get your brother's phone number because he's not dressed up. Or like, because I think Peyton was dressed up in like a wig and a hat and was working on his country song. And
can I ask a question? Do you even know who Morgan Wallen is? Like, do you personally? Okay, I didn't think so.
No, I couldn't tell you one song. I couldn't tell you.
Could you tell a Morgan? Do you know a Morgan Wallen song? Do you know one Morgan Wallen song?
I know that he covered a Jason Isbell song.
He did, yep.
Yeah. So
he's pretty good. So we'll find out.
He's pretty good.
We'll find out.
He's
next
no
week.
Jason Isbell in my opinion, but
Jason Isbell's pretty good
pretty cool that he covered that song. I don't love it as much as I love the original. He's got good songs. I like him a lot. I know a lot of people really like him. I've heard his music before.
He's on stadium tours, and he's doing the verified fan thing with Ticketmaster, which just means that
I'm not hating
the bots are going to get a hold of the tickets,
and
the scalpers are going to scalp them up. So, we're all pretty familiar with that little rigmarole.
Yeah.
I heard a phrase over the week. I want to kind of drop it in here, but I'll wait until we do our giveaway. That's talk and remind me my phrase that I wanted to share because it's a good one.
All right,
I will remind you.
Yep, I can't tell it because it has to be at the right time, and it's not the right time right now. So on today's episode, when we always kind of chit chat a little bit. Just so you know, we're never really kind of planned. We've planned episodes, and sometimes it works well, and sometimes it doesn't. But
we've even had a plan to plan every episode.
We had a plan to plan every episode.
But then they told me that I had to do it.
This one wants a goddamn, excuse me, pardon my French. He wants a outline of things to talk about. And I'm like, I don't have time to write you an outline. If you want to write an outline, write an outline, send it on over, fold it up on a little piece of paper.
I figured that the gal who is so good at typing and writing and
I'm not.
It would be no brainer.
Nope, not doing it.
No brainer.
I'm a little more on the
rustic.
I'm a little bit more on the left brain, I'm like a creative type, like I'm on the, I can navigate my way around all this kind of, and I'm technical in my own way, but when it comes to like writing, that's not like my strong suit.
Well, you should try it sometime. Just take a piece of paper.
Although I will tell you, I have nicer handwriting than Shannon.
Oh, it's terrible.
By far.
My handwriting's terrible.
Like by far, whenever she needs something written out nicely.
Oh, let's talk about this.
Like
Speaking of something nicely written down, we went through the passport procedure recently, I had this harebrained idea back in July. And I was like, well, before I follow through with my harebrained idea, I have to get passports because it doesn't make sense to go through with what I wanted to do, none of which I'll disclose right now. But on a daily basis, we deal with contracts. We deal with contracts that are legal binding contracts and have legal ramifications and tax ramifications. And I review them and I consult our buyers and sellers and I go through it from top to bottom. And I would say that I do a pretty good job
Very good
of
job.
that. But when it comes to a
Best in
passport
the business.
government agency document, on the very top of the renewal form from my husband and I, for Chris and I's page, it says, do not use blue ink. And guess what freaking color of ink I used?
And sent
To the government of the United States with my old passport, all my information.
Did they kick it out?
No, we got our
No, we got lucky.
passports.
They-
No.
Ooh.
So for the girls,
But I don't recommend if you're going to do it.
if you're going to do it, use the
black.
form filer that they provide for you online. It does take, I think it took 10 weeks for ours. My girls came within the week. We've got brand new passports, new passport cards. Now I need to just have a place to go. I'm working on that. My goal in 2024 is to hit
the cart
out
before the horse, though, right?
I need to get out of the country, but I couldn't start booking that without a passport, and I heard the lines were really, really long.
We got Carrie's and the kids back pretty fast.
Did it take the 10 to 13 week window?
No, Carrie's did because there's a whole snafu last year with it, and then this year, so hers was a little bit more of a headache. But both the kids came back super fast. I mean, they were back within, I think, 4 weeks.
Wow, you got ours was they received it when I checked online because they give you like an update link you can check. They received mine on the 1st of August and we got them last weekend, but our passports were actually delivered to a church nearby because of our mailman
Shout out to our mailman.
Yeah, our mailman took it to the wrong place that day because he wasn't our original mailman, and then our mailman found it at the church, and I was like, oh my gosh, because our passports said they were delivered, and then I never got them. Scared the crap out of me.
We had a substitute mailman because they're actually the route was being bid or whatever, and so they had a different mailman for the day that they got delivered to the church, because we got a notification saying they were delivered and they weren't here, and that's pretty sensitive information, and we're like, okay, great, and even for them to be delivered to a church, like it was pretty nerve-wracking, and we were lucky to have Justin.
Justin was our mailman.
Yeah, we were lucky to have our boy Justin.
He is a Raiders fan.
He is a Raiders fan, but I still that's some serious going above and beyond to be able to see, oh, hey, I know that those people are on this route and they don't this
this
name
them.
Doesn't belong there. I mean, thank you, Justin. I know you're not watching, but
so I want to kind of piggyback onto what you just talked about with above and beyond. So
let's do it.
We get a lot of calls from people that say, hey, do you know a plumber, an electrician, a general contractor? Do you know a lender? Do you know someone that does insurance? And we refer out a lot of different people on that. So the part on that we always try to emphasize, especially with anyone we send out, is first, if we're referring business to you, take great care of our clients.
Absolutely.
Secondly,
100%.
And that's kind of what we expect from the people that we're referring, is that, hey, we know that you do a good job and we know that you're going to take care of these folks the way that we would take care of them. So we trust you. And so it's a trust level thing that we have with that.
But the second part I want to make sure is everyone is aware of is you should interview any of these people like you would interview anybody else, and understand that like your insurance company, like your mortgage company, a general contractor, whatever, you're going to have to manage part of that process. That's not something that we're not usually a part of, right?
We're not involved in that at all, 100%.
No, because above and beyond, we heard feedback, and it was in the last couple of months of, we had a client in particular who put a lot of extra money into a house that was already at the top of their market, and was like, it cost me, this much more money to, do all the work I wanted to do. And then, was upset with us, and more particularly with me, of, well, why didn't you, stop me from spending that money? Why didn't you like hold my feet to the fire. That's not our role. Above and beyond means we're going to help you get what you want. We're going to help you get your dream. We're going to help you do whatever. But when you make the decision to do like any kind of renovation on a house, especially, we tell you pull permits. We tell you to have licensed contractors. We tell you to go through the whole piece. If you ignore our advice and you do stuff that we're saying, hey, this isn't really you're gonna have the Taj Mahal of your neighborhood, and you're not gonna get that money. It's called a diminished return, is the way it is we're not gonna get that money back for you. I can't make up a sale price on your house if you wanted to sell it tomorrow and say, oh, I spent $150,000 on my house, and I know it's only worth maybe $50,000 more. We can't magically make that happen for you, right?
Yeah, it's tough,
and
man.
If a contractor comes to you and says, hey, I wouldn't replace that, or hey, I wouldn't use these materials because these materials are subpar, and you tell that contractor to put them in, that's something that as homeowners and as a business person, if someone was if you were being told, hey, put in these sub par pieces of wood as a floor, you wouldn't put those in. I would hope you wouldn't put them in. And if you did, I would be sure to say, there's no warranty on this. Like, this is something that I want to be aware of. Like, I want you to be aware of as a homeowner.
Well, and when we touch on that too, like we talked about the trust factor with, we definitely we do trust the people that we refer. However, we don't control every aspect of how that goes. And the two things that you probably should know: if we are referring you to any other business, whatever it is, absolutely, no matter what, unless it's another real estate agent, we are not benefiting from that at all.
Correct.
We are not, so we want to solve a problem for you or help you. We're definitely like people that are of service, and we have a servant's heart. And so we're trying to solve the problem, whatever that problem may be, whether it's renovating a bathroom or doing floors in a home or, renovating a whole kitchen, roofs, whatever it is. First and foremost, we have no knowledge about that. We are not general contractors. So we can recommend things, but you're getting just a person's perspective, not a professional's perspective. And when we refer you to that person, we're really just trying to help you with that network of contractors. You're most certainly, you should do your due diligence, and you should interview them as you would interview anybody else, even with our recommendation, because all personalities are different. Not everybody is a good fit to work with everybody. It just doesn't work that way. Yeah. And by no means are we benefiting whatsoever from that, other than knowing that we have tried to help you along your journey. That's it. That's the only benefit that it is for us. We're not gaining anything monetarily.
Yeah. We have to legally disclose if we were getting any compensation. So just so people are clear on that, you would see that in any of our agreements. We're legally required to disclose that. So we don't do it just as across the board because we don't want to disclose that we'd have to do that.
Right.
It's not our gig.
Yeah, it's not our thing. That's not the profession that we're in. We sell real estate, and that's what, that's what we're good at. However, in this business, we do know certain folks, and we do, it kind of has tailored, because of issues like this coming up again and again, it has tailored how we respond when people ask that. Because
100%.
Now it's like, okay, well,
I don't work for him. I don't work for them.
Right.
I don't have anything to do with their business. I'm just giving you a name and a number. It's just like going to a doctor. You would go and interview the doctor or the dentist and see if they're a good fit for like taking care of your body.
Yeah.
You should do the same thing for your home.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is you're doing. And it's not like we just hand you a number. It's not our gig after that.
Right.
So it's good to know. It's
good to know.
Good to know.
Tip of the day.
GT, what is it? GTK.
The part on that too is we're always looking to grow our referral network.
Correct.
Right. And we typically do that through people that are raving fans of, hey, this person did great. I mean, we received one the other day from some great friends and clients of ours that were talking about a concrete company that came in and did work for them, and it was amazing. I was blown away, and the cost was amazing. And Ryan and Aaron, who had shared it, were like, share his stuff. He knows his stuff, and
I really
his
wish that
prices
we
were
had
great.
more of those to
Yeah.
share,
Yep.
because it seems like
Yeah.
it's always, you know, somebody does a great job for you and it just, you know, like you appreciate it clearly, but
Yeah.
we don't hear those stories as much. Like
Not
the
as
stories
much as you should.
that we're
yeah.
hearing are, you know, the nightmares, the horror stories that
Yeah.
happened, which
Well, think
is not
about
what
when
we
you go
want,
out to
you
eat.
know?
You remember the bad service and the
Yep.
bad
Sure.
experience far over like the actual decent meal.
Well, and you could
know?
have a very qualified server. You could have a very qualified contractor that is very good at their job, but they're having a bad day, you know, and you never know what's going on with that individual. I mean, there's really a lot to it.
Yeah.
And,
Supply
as
chain
much as we-
issues.
yeah, as much as
there's
we
a
wanna
ton of
help-
other outlying. Yep.
Yep.
it does put us into a position to be like, hey, you should use this contractor. You know, if it's somebody in the lending field, that's a little bit easier because they are bound by standards, like we are, to take care of you. So that's a little bit easier. However, nowadays when we recommend a lender, we're going to give you 3. You're going to choose.
And I give you,
you
a
know?
handful of questions to ask them to
Yeah.
to vet
Make
them
your
in their
own-
process,
make your own decision.
so that they can
Right.
feel it out and see how it feels for them. Because it's important. You literally
Well,
have to hand them your soul.
And I think that the folks that are really good at that and that are really good at any kind of job, or, you know, in the lending field, for instance, are the ones that want to educate you to make the best decision. And they're not more worried about, you know, how they're going to be compensated on the back end. They're,
Yeah.
you know, they're trying to educate the consumer to make a good choice, which you should. Purchasing a home, you should purchasing a car, you should, you know, whatever it is, whatever purchase you're making, you should be well educated and know exactly how interest rates work, how they're structured, where they come from.
Yep. Put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Right.
And how transparent that
questions.
person is, it makes a big difference.
Questions with general contractors are super easy. Like, you know, what's the warranty? What's the timeline? You know, how often do you have overruns? What does the supply chain for what I'm trying to buy look like? What happens if I'm not pleased with the outcome of this project?
What's a
You know,
change
these
order?
yeah. Can you?
I gotta
give
tell
me-
you,
Yep.
Can you give me some references of
Yeah.
people that are your raving fans, so I can call them and speak to them? Like,
I got to tell you,
those are
nobody's
things that you
immune
want
to it either. We, you know, as much as I know, contractors and whatnot, literally we're, you know, just like several folks in our area, we've had hail and we're waiting for a roof to be done. And I placed a bet on these roofers, and I shouldn't have. They knocked on my door. I normally don't do business that way, but they knocked on my door. But based on the, you know, the packet that I was given and the references that I was given, the general, you know, dynamic between the two of us, what was said during that initial, you know, consultation, I was like, okay, I'm with it. You guys have a great product. You've got great reviews. Sounds like you're gonna fight for this, that, and the other, for me. However,
They've been silent.
Yeah.
no
Radio
communication.
silence.
No
Yeah.
communication. I even called them yesterday, and they're like, "Oh, I'll have you know, your guy call you back." Nothing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Seriously. And there's roofs all over my neighborhood being done, and we're just like,
And I have a $17,000 roof coming on.
yeah.
Like, it's not going to be cheap. Do your job.
Yeah.
Tell, you know,
Well, and
communicate.
that's part of, again, you know, even being prepared and in the business of, you know, dealing with this stuff. You're having an opportunity where it could be turned around, or it could be you're not a raving fan, you're a raving angry fan. Which
Well, and
is,
it's very
Agreed.
interesting too,
Edit.
because
Yep.
I've been warned, and I knew when I answered the door. You know, sometimes I
Yep.
get realtors that answer the door, and that knock on my door, and I talk to them, and whatever, let them have their spiel, and then I tell them that I'm in real estate.
Yeah.
But I knew going into it, I just liked the guy. He even said something like he knew my mom, or I don't know. You know what I mean? It was
Of course he did.
anyway, it was like, seriously, like
Yeah.
we had a connection, everything was fine. However, that
It's not fine
guy
now.
who did the initial consultation, he's not even my
It's
guy.
not even the point of contact.
He's not even my point of
Yeah.
contact.
It's-
So it
it's
doesn't
a
even matter.
rare.
And they didn't fight for what they said they were going to fight for.
Yeah.
And I had to go fight for that.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
didn't work. Like, like my insurance company's not going to cover these things that they clearly said, oh, we're going to make sure that they do this, this, and this. And this is where we've, you know, actually gotten to litigation with insurance companies and none of that. None of that.
Yeah.
Not happening.
It's a hard thing to deal with. Yeah. So people just need to know.
Too, again, you know, are they insured? Are they licensed? Like, you know, are they part of the Better Business Bureau?
Now they are. I mean, that's good.
Questions for any contractor. You know, and if you want a list of them, we have a whole list of contractor questions. If you want to know like some of the contractors that we utilize or don't utilize, reach out. We'd love to have a discussion with you about them. So
well, and you know, this is a broad topic. We really are kind of just, you know, going through the broad strokes on this one, but you know, we can only advise on what we can advise on. And on that note, if you go around what we're, you know, advising you to do, then it's buyer beware. You're on your own at that point. You go above and beyond, and you decide that you're going to go talk to that, you know, person or do whatever on your own. That's on you. And we, you know, that's against our better advice. Sorry, I got off on a tangent there.
We can't fix that. So hey, so what are we doing today? We're giving away something, right?
Well, you know what? We're getting to it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
Let's just talk about this thing for one moment here.
Oh, we haven't talked about it at all.
Not even for a second.
Not even once.
Yep, not even once.
Oh.
Look at that beauty.
So this
we are not putting it together for you. It is officially in a box. It's in a box.
You gotta get it.
It's my Blackstone in a box.
It's a Blackstone in a box.
You know,
and how I'm going to give it away, just to make sure you guys know, is I have a random number generator, and I've got 228 entries that I received. So the contest, I gave you the opportunity to enter via a Google form or like my page or like posts and enter via sharing and whatever. And I had a really great deal of people that participated and shared the posts and entered to win. And I had a hell of a time tracking it. Chris was like, "Why are you on your phone?" I'm like, "I'm tracking contest entries for the next hour. Like, leave me alone. I've got to write this stuff down." So I have 228 entries. And what I was going to do is just put it in a random number generator, this type of thing on the internet that says you put a number in and then you go to max and then I hit generate. Are you guys good with that?
I'm good with
I'm
it.
good with that. I think that's good. Yeah.
Okay. 228.
All right.
That gives me 161.
Who's 161?
161. Do you see who that is?
Yep.
Are you going to say it?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Who is it? Drum roll.
Are you doing the drum roll?
I don't have a great drum roll. Do you have a drum roll?
Do it.
Yeah. Go.
Raina Duff, your winner.
Raina. We are going to give you a jingle jangle. I'll find you online, hopefully, because you better be following my page. If you're not, that's going to make you disqualified.
Ooh.
Just so you know. So I would make sure that that's
Raina
a thing.
Duff, reach out. Hope you're watching this because you just won. Good job.
Nice
job.
Nice job. You're getting a brand new Blackstone, Raina. So I hope that you have great Blackstone griddle dreams ahead in your future. Congratulations.
Yeah.
We're not delivering it either.
Yeah, you gotta come get it.
You got to come get that Blackstone, baby. All right, you guys. Well, congratulations. Have a great Sunday fun day here or whatever day it is that you're watching. And take good care. All right.
All right.
Bye.